Hello and welcome to your Spanish course. Soy Senora Jones and I'd like to give you a brief tour of the two platforms we'll be using in this course. The layout of the course is similar for 2001 or 2002, whether it's a mini-master or a full-term course. Let's begin with iCollege. We'll talk about some of the things that you'll be doing here on iCollege. Well, when you enter the course by clicking on the link to your intermediate Spanish course, you'll be taken to the course homepage, and that's what you see an example of here. On the left-hand side, we have all of the news items. Those are the announcements. And I try not to give you more than one announcement a day, but please scroll down and see if maybe there's one or two announcements there for you to read or to listen to. On the right-hand side, this is really handy. It lists all the upcoming due dates or any important events. If we scroll all the way down beyond the news items or the announcements, we have our content browser that will take us directly to the content. This is not the easiest way. Well, it depends on the way you like to navigate the course, but this is one of two ways of getting to the course content. You can click right here on Start Here folder, and then the different subsets within the folder will open up to you, or you can click on a document directly and it takes you right there to the document at hand. This is just the step-by-step instructions of how to get started. The other way is to come up here to the horizontal toolbar, and if you click Content and Media, click the drop-down box and then click Content. Okay, and let's go to our opening overview, and you can access the course content this way as well. We have course information, which is where the syllabus is located. And let's start with Semana Uno. Each week will begin with an overview of what is expected, what you're going to learn that week, and where your assignments are located. Remember, we're going to be working on iCollege as well as on the SuperSite, and we'll get to the SuperSite in just a moment. So let's go back here. We have it's called cookie crumbs here that helps you navigate the course by going back. And it also will help you keep track of what have you read already. Breadcrumbs tell you where you are and what you visited or what you might need to visit if you see 0 out of 28 topics to complete. A lot of the questions you might have will be answered here in the content section. So make sure you're reading all the documents and the information that is given there. You'll be completing your oral and written discussion questions here on iCollege. If you go to Communications, click the drop-down box, click on Discussions, and the weekly discussions will pop up. We have the Start Here folder. Discussions, just the icebreaker activity, Semana Uno, Semana Dos, and so forth. So that's where you're going to be participating in the course. I will be there too to guide you, to give you feedback. And the oral discussion is going to take place on VoiceThread, and you can access that via the content area. So for Semana Uno, let's look and see. I didn't mean to.
The voicemail.
Well, let's go back. Didn't mean to click on the flashcards there, but notice I can go back by clicking on the breadcrumb Semana Uno. Let's scroll down to the assignments, and we see we have oral discussion, and it'll take you to a link to go directly to introduce yourself or to participate in that week's discussion. Let's look at the Start Here folder, and there you'll find some VoiceThread tutorials. We'll define what VoiceThread is anyway, and you've got some resources there. Go to Activities within the Start Here folder. See your syllabus quiz, scavenger hunt. I think there's a SuperSite quiz in there as well as videos. But as I said, many of your assignments you can access right here through the content area. And with VoiceThread, you'll access VoiceThread through the link in content as well. Okay, so what are you going to be doing on iCollege? Well, a lot of your instructions, your weekly kind of like agenda is listed there. You'll be doing oral and written discussion as well as the midterm and the final. Let's go to assessments and see what we can find here. In the drop down box, there is a drop box. The drop box is for your compositions. I'm going to be writing compositions and submitting them here. As you see, the scavenger hunt is your first activity that requires you to use the Dropbox. The neat thing about the Dropbox is that you have to upload a document, and when you submit it, you get kind of like a receipt will be sent to you through your email account, your iCollege email account, just confirming that everything was submitted properly. So in the Dropbox area of assessments, that's where you'll be submitting your mini projects and your compositions, as well as the scavenger hunt. Let's go back to the Dropbox, and we'll go to quizzes. All of your Start Here quizzes are listed, as well as that no-show or class passport. There's some self-assessments just for practice, and because it's not due yet, but your midterm and your final exam will be can be found there as well. Great, so that's iCollege. So what will you be doing on iCollege? Reading announcements, participating in discussion forums, submitting your compositions, and taking your midterm and your final. Everything else is going to be accomplished on the SuperSite. We're using the 5th edition now, so after you log in, this is what you will see. You won't see as many books as I have here, but you just click on the image of the text. Let's go into 2001. I'll have more than one class, so you should just see one. And I'm viewing this through my sample student, so this is what you won't see the roster, but let's go on into the course itself. It's slow. It's a little slow right now, but the horizontal toolbar is exactly the same as what you see here. You'll have your courses, your content, calendar, grades, and communication. Let's look at each one of those. There are 3 ways, actually, of accessing course content. You can access the activities that I've assigned through the dashboard. Let me just get back into my sample student because she seemed to have disappeared. Okay, here. Then click on the book and it should take me right there. She must have timed out. All right, let's go back and look through here. Okay, so as I was saying, there are 3 ways of accessing your course, the course content. I'm going to make it a little bigger. Or the activities that you've been assigned. The first way is through the dashboard. Notice that everything that I've assigned, as well as the due date, appears right here on the dashboard. You can do your work that way and click Start and just go in the order that they're presented. You can also go through the content and click Activities, and that way you have an idea of what has been assigned, what you have completed, and you can go back to an assignment that you've already completed and read any feedback. The other way is through the calendar. And go to the due date on the calendar, and you can click to access activities that way as well. Let's go on back up. Let's get out of here. Say submit. Okay. Notice that there's a little ask your instructor. You can click on that to ask me if you have a question about a particular set of instructions that don't make sense, or you just need some feedback. You can feel free to leave me little messages there, and I will respond. I'm going to go back to my review. Okay. Edition. Let's open up. So you can access your work through the dashboard, the calendar, or through content. Any quizzes I've assigned can be accessed through content and then assessment. So like your first quiz is a vocabulary quiz and it's due on Sunday, and you can access it that way or through the dashboard or the calendar. To look at your scores, you can go through to grades. To view any announcements I've made, go through communications and announcements. Okay, the Vistas is pretty straightforward in in the way that you learn and the way that assignments are accessed. So I hope that this helps you understand a little bit more about how you're going to be working on both the iCollege platform and the SuperSite. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help you and guide you and be of any assistance that I can. Thank you for listening. Gracias.